Hello everyone, back again with movie and tune recap. Today, I'm going to explain an American supernatural horror thriller film from 2017, titled The Shadow People. Spoilers ahead, so watch out and take care. Megan and Andrew, a young couple who recently tied the knot, are eager to start a family in their dream home, which is situated far from the city. Megan is an artist, and Andrew is an author who has written numerous books. The movie opens on a rainy night, with the couple setting off on a journey to their dream house. As they begin to be romantic with each other, they are suddenly interrupted by a girl who appears in front of them, but Andrew manages to evade her. Stepping out of the car, Megan asks Andrew if he sees anyone, but he says no, referring to an animal, but Megan insists she saw a girl before they head back inside the car. Andrew attempts to start the car but discovers they are stuck. He then comes up with two options, either to call a tow truck and wait, which, based on their location, could take all night, or they can trudge through the mud and rain since the house is a quarter-mile away. However, the couple decides to follow the second option and enters the rain to reach the house while having fun. Arriving at the house, the two passionately kiss before heading to the bedroom where they become intimate. The next morning, Megan goes to the kitchen and finds Andrew preparing breakfast. He gives her the meal, and as they kiss, the frying pan catches fire, but Andrew manages to extinguish it. They are both shocked because Andrew had turned off the gas after cooking the meal. He decides to leave to unpack his tools and instructs Megan to eat. Later, while Megan is unpacking the glasses, she discovers that some are already arranged in the cupboard, which Andrew had earlier claimed he didn't unpack, leaving Megan feeling a little disturbed. In the bedroom, as Megan undresses, she is startled by an old woman outside their window, causing her to scream. Andrew rushes to her aid, but after checking the window, he doesn't see anyone there. He tells Megan it might be her mind playing tricks on her, but she insists she saw a woman. Andrew reveals they are on the second floor, which would make it very unlikely for someone to be outside the window. However, Megan is adamant that she knows what she saw. The next day, Megan heads to the attic with a box and finds the one her mother sent her. Upon opening it, she discovers wedding photos of her mom, her own childhood pictures, and a creepy drawing she made as a child, depicting a little girl surrounded by shadowy figures. Later, in the living room, Megan spots something outside, but upon investigating, she finds nothing. She confides in Andrew that she saw two people in the yard, but there's no one there when they go outside. At night, while Megan is taking out the trash, she feels a strange presence around her, and her necklace inexplicably falls off. As she bends to pick it up, objects in the room start falling, trapping her, and a fire starts mysteriously, heading in her direction. Andrew comes to her rescue in time, extinguishes the fire, and saves her. During a romantic moment afterward, Andrew asks Megan how the fire started, but she has no idea. While in Andrew's bookstore room, Megan heads to the attic because she hears something. Suddenly, the leather curtain starts shaking, and as she moves backward, she is injured by a nail before Andrew comes to her aid. He then leads her to the art studio he made for her and shows her some tools to distract her from the earlier experience. At night, while Andrew is in the kitchen, the bulb starts flickering before it explodes. At the same time, Megan is sleeping in the bedroom when she is suddenly pulled by something into the bed, but it turns out to be just a nightmare. She heads to the bathroom to calm herself down but discovers that her necklace is missing. In the kitchen, she asks Andrew about it, but he says he didn't see it and insists maybe she lost it while cleaning. Megan becomes furious and insists she never takes it off, and Andrew agrees to help her find it before leaving. While alone, Megan feels a strange presence. Opening the curtain, she spots the same old lady she saw earlier, who tells her to get out, and Megan's scream attracts Andrew. After explaining what she saw to Andrew, he heads outside with a knife to confront the woman, but something strangely pulls him down. Back inside, to calm her down, Andrew reveals to Megan he saw nobody, only an angel statue, and insists maybe the weather is playing tricks on her, but Megan insists on finding her necklace. Later, while Andrew is sleeping, Megan notices he is bleeding and tries to wake him, but he won't. As she turns, she sees something terrifying, but it turns out to be another nightmare. Andrew comforts her, and they go back to sleep. The next morning, as Megan continues looking for her necklace, the closet door closes behind her, drawing her attention. Upon opening the door and turning on the light, she sees something unsettling. However, when she checks again, she sees nothing, followed by a whisper telling her to get out. Megan then sits on the floor and starts sobbing. Afterward, she heads to the kitchen, where Andrew sees her looking disturbed and offers her soup to drink, but she insists she is not hungry. When Andrew suggests they should leave the house for a while, Megan becomes agitated and insists they have worked hard for this house and won't leave, and Andrew promises her they will stay. As the days progress and the rain keeps falling, Megan heads to the bedroom, where a ghostly boy walks behind her, followed by whispering insisting she get out. She decides to follow where the ghostly figure leads her, which takes her back to the closet. Opening it, she sees nothing. But when she turns her back, she sees shadowy figures. Following this, she heads to her art studio and begins painting like an unstable person before tearing up her paintings. Later, Andrew finds Megan in the attic going through her childhood drawings. She reveals that she started seeing the shadow people when she was at her grandfather's house, and her grandfather could also see them. She then reveals that her grandfather died of a heart attack, but before that, he confided in her that the shadow people are coming for him to take him to the other side. Andrew attributes it to ghost stories, but Megan insists she can see the shadow people while others can't, and she thinks they are back and in the house with them. Andrew suggests she head downstairs, take a bath and take a nap to calm down. In the bathroom, as Megan prepares to take a bath, she opens the shower curtain and sees a strange-looking man, prompting her to scream, which draws Andrew's attention. Andrew reveals he didn't see anyone and forcefully tries to take Megan so they can leave the house. Outside, the couple struggles, and Megan breaks free and threatens Andrew with a hoe, insisting this is her house, and she won't leave. Andrew convinces her to put the hoe down and reveals they won't leave, and both of them hug, and she apologizes. Inside the bathtub, Megan hears a whisper telling her to get out of the house. Suddenly, the door shuts on its own, and Megan is dragged into the water. Before she can drown, Andrew manages to save her and calms her down. Later, we see Megan unconscious with bruises on her stomach, though the cause is unknown. Andrew brings her back from her unconsciousness and insists they should leave the house, but Megan screams in a demonic voice that she won't leave before collapsing. The next day, Megan, who have regained her senses, apologized to Andrew for causing him trouble, and for hurting his arm. The couple's plan to start a new family in this house is gradually crumbling following Megan's recently behavior. Later, while Andrew is writing in his room, Megan approach and question him about vandalizing her art studio, but Andrew is shocked because he was in his room all day. Upon entering the studio, they see a strange man resembling a pastor. Heading outside, they find the strange man near the angel statue. Andrew threatens the man to leave, revealing he has called the sheriff, but the man says there's no use and reveals that everyone will die and it is Megan's time to die. Confused, they head back inside. While the couple is conversing, Megan collapses again. After regaining consciousness, Megan sees the sheriff, who says help is coming, and he starts laughing maniacally, but again, it turns out to be a nightmare. As Andrew touches Megan's body, he discovers she has a fever and suggests she see a doctor. If she doesn't want to, he proposes they leave the house for a while because something in the house is seriously affecting her, and he doesn't know what it is, and this time, Megan doesn't object. Andrew heads to the kitchen to wet a rag to put on Megan's forehead, and upon his return, he sees Megan's reflection in the mirror behaving strangely, which is affecting Megan. Andrew manages to smash the window, take the unconscious Megan, and they leave the house, but they encounter a flash flood. Despite Andrew's attempts to cross to the other side, the water won't allow them, and they retreat inside. Megan, who has regained consciousness, becomes angry that they can't leave the house and starts destroying things. Suddenly, the door behind them closes, and Megan starts hearing whispers and screaming. Suddenly, the strange man they encountered earlier appears to them and starts reciting the Lord's Prayer, prompting the couple to run as the house begins to shake and white smoke fills the room. As Andrew attempts to pull down the attic ladder, he was hit by a car, which led to his death. Here is what happened in the movie. The accident the couple had when on their way to their dream house killed Andrew, and Megan survived but has a broken neck. It's revealed that everything viewers have been witnessing was Megan's imagination. In reality, all the strange people Megan saw in the house were present at the accident site, and paramedics managed to carry her out of the car. In the present, the stranger man, Reverend Cain, whom Megan encountered in the house, introduces himself and urges Megan to let go and stop fighting, as it is her time to be with the Lord. Megan dies shortly afterward, and Reverend Cain prays for her soul as the movie concludes. Okay guys, that's all the recap about the Shadow People from 2017. Thanks for watching, see you again in the next video.